As always, before we get the official title of the film that's coming out for pretty much anything, we know that there is a production name. This, of course, does not directly relate to what's happening in the movie most of the time, but we're going to talk about that in regards to Spider-Man 3. So according to everything we know, and if they keep up with the pattern that they did with the last two films, the next Spider-Man film will be shooting this July. With of course pre-production starting in about 2 months from now, so news will be coming at us. Now I think a lot of you will remember, and probably know already, that films don't work under their actual titles. They're not going to call the production Spider-Man 3, they're going to call it something else. And as it's been discovered due to Production Weekly, the third Spider-Man film will be called Serenity Now. Now this is keeping up with the pattern of naming their productions after the 90s sitcom Seinfeld, because the first two had that as well. Homecoming was called Summer of George, and Far From Home was called Fall of George. Now again, George the Seinfeld character, so there's that connection there. And some people have been digging a little bit more into this. I've seen speculation already that maybe this has some sort of insight into what the third film might be about, and they're trying to connect the dots with the previous ones. Summer of George, you know, trying to connect that to Homecoming. It's post, you know, him coming back from that trip. The summer is over, they're going into the dance, so it's like, okay, what's he doing after his vacation? And then Far From Home being called Fall of George, obviously the downfall of Spider-Man, as it happens at the end of the film. I don't think I need to put a spoiler warning on there, but yeah, you know, he gets outed and Spider-Man has fallen now. So people are looking into this one and the name Serenity Now, trying to see if there's any connections that could possibly be made with the actual third film and where the plot might go. Now, the best one I've seen is that possibly due to, you know, being exposed and having his identity out there, that Spider-Man is going to have to go on the run, and he's going to be looking for serenity in a new chapter of his life moving forward, trying to, you know, distance himself away from it and really find peace after the life that's been handed to him. And honestly, that's how they're going to transition him from the MCU into another universe where people don't know his identity. This could be a way to do it, since we know he's on his way out of the MCU and into the whole Venom universe side of it. Unless that's all still part of the MCU and we just don't know, which as of right now, we still don't know what they're planning. So that's the working title. That's all we really got to go by. There's a few other theories out there that I read and I was like, nah, we're getting into some, like, Eddie Bravo type territory here. I'm not talking about that.